What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to Beyond the Play, where you get all the greatest PlayStation news, because this is the greatest PlayStation podcast that you could ever be. My name is Zach, and of course, this is CBK over here. Keenan, how you doing today, man?
Horrible, man, horrible. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Today sucks. The past week has sucked, but we'll get into why all of that sucks. So,
Exactly.
But me personally, I'm well, I guess.
That's good, man. That's good. I mean, it's funny. We were supposed to record yesterday, and we didn't for a bunch of different reasons. And it was probably the best turn of news that we didn't because so much news came out. Because this is just going to be a GTA episode, and it mainly still will be a GTA episode. Because I think a lot of this has a GTA effect to everything.
Sure.
But man, so much news dropped. So let's throw that intro on, and let's just get into this, man. Oh man, that intro every time. All right, fun icebreaker time, man. I got one question for you to kick this kind of whole thing off, all right? Because we're talking mainly about GTA. That was the original thing. So I thought a fun icebreaker would be what is one thing that must be in GTA 6? Because we still don't know a lot about the gameplay.
That's a good question. That must be in GTA 6.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be kind of a cop-out answer, but, like, the multiplayer, like, what's going on with the multiplayer component of it? It's just...
Probably going to have to pay for it, man.
Yeah, is it going to be another $80 next year? That's the question. I think that's one of the biggest mysteries going into this game. Obviously, we haven't seen gameplay for it, but, like, let's make no mistake about it. Like, the money is made in that multiplayer for Grand Theft Auto and the longevity of the game as well. So I also have just like a lot of questions. Like, is the future multiplayer going to be something that is completely like a separate project that isn't necessarily tied to the game, and it's just going to be this new thing where it's kind of like it's live service, answer to Fortnite or whatever it may be, like this new universe that they built? I don't know. I feel like we're going to be leaning towards that, and it's going to be less of an expansion of GTA 6.
Yeah, I think to tell you at this point in time, I think it's going to be a separate payment. That's just personally me. If we're talking about the online, I think, and people will pay it. People will pay it because everyone was like, "Oh, is GTA 6 going to be $160?" Or like, yeah, no, it probably will be in the end of the day because 80,
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would pay for the online because you can buy GTA 5 online separate now.
Yeah.
So you can buy Red Dead online separate. So it's interesting to me.
True.
I'm mainly buying GTA for the story. That's all that matters to me. So
yeah,
we'll leave it there. Did you have an icebreaker for me? If you don't, it's totally fine. We're gonna move right into
this is kind of an icebreaker. Okay, so it's gonna be so different. It's not necessarily an icebreaker, but I have a bit of a challenge for you. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to, and I teased this idea to you like a while ago with this in mind, where it's kind of like a gaming confessions, and so I have a confession. My only thing is when I say this, you cannot say anything regarding it for this entire episode. No comments.
Okay.
You just got to take it. Okay.
Okay.
No reaction if you can.
Okay.
I have never played a single GTA game before. And then we'll just leave it at that. So.
Okay. Cool. Do I do one now too? Do I do a confession now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Can I have? Do you want me to react to it or no?
Yeah, you can react.
Okay.
To it. Doesn't matter.
I'm proud of you. You literally did not make any reaction.
Very tough. It's this one's just funny. It's funny. I guess you could react to it. It's not like bad. This is gonna come off as bad for some people. I hope people clip this. Keenan, you can make this an.
I'll clip it. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm mad, sometimes when I have a bad day, I turn on GTA 5 and run over people.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it in real life.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as long as it's not real life, that's totally okay.
Yeah, that's why it's installed, man. Just
dude.
Clear down the street.
So how many kills have you racked up?
Probably.
Today, 10,000.
Oh man, it's funny. I was telling you on the side. I was like, "This is how we're gonna get a GTA early code.
Yeah,
Every day I'm gonna run over someone."
bro.
That's all. I actually re-downloaded the GTA 5 just for that. So I think I might kick it off and do it. I'll
Okay,
let
so
you know though.
do you want to hear like my whole GTA thing? Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you can react. You can react. Do whatever you want to do. You can clown me or
Okay.
whatever. Anybody can clown me. I don't care. I'm looking forward to the next game. And this honestly be a great segue into you possibly recommending what GTA game I should play. But I don't know why. Like it just. I don't know why GTA like growing up it never really like super appealed to me.
Can I ask you though, not to
Yeah.
cut you off? Have you ever played Red Dead?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite games of all time. Like Red Dead 2
Both?
is. I,
Okay.
I, mm, I like Red Dead 1. I do think I was a little
Okay.
bit late on that because I played
I
like
have
the
I have
remastered.
like nostalgic memories with one, like with my friends playing on the online. And then
Yeah,
two, I overall love the story. So two is a better game. But okay. Keep going. And then I'll give you my
sure,
referral
yeah.
because
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, which it's definitely changed now. Like it does pique my interest now, but I never played it growing up. And I was just, honestly, I wasn't even much of a gamer until I got the PS4. Like I liked video games. I played them, but like I literally only played Halo for most of my entire life. Like I just loved that franchise. So it was hard to get me to move off that for any other game. And
yeah.
then now that I've like gone into the PS4, I've definitely been more to like try out games that I don't necessarily play, like Expedition 33, for example. Like, and I'm just growing up in that sense. So, anyways, long story short, I'm looking forward to GTA 6, and I do want to play some of the other ones before I jump into that. So,
It's a good question, man. So it's funny because I actually was going to tell you to play Red Dead 2 because I think
okay,
structurally, I think my opinion is GTA 6 is probably going to be closest to that in terms of storytelling,
yeah,
in terms of gameplay, in terms of like how lifelike certain things are. That's just my personal opinion.
sure,
Um, and I'm actually in the minority where I think GTA 5 is a very fun game. I didn't really care for the story for that one. That's
okay,
actually if I were to rank them story wise, it's probably actually one of my least favorites. So I would actually say if you can go back, play GTA 4. That is for me my favorite one.
okay,
And it's not even I've played every single version. I've played the top down ones on the DS, the PS1. Like GTA has been a part of my life for a long time.
yeah,
So, but I think GTA 4 like has that dark sense, which GTA 5 was kind of missing.
yeah,
GTA 5 is kind of wild. So it's like if you want my recommendations, since you've already played Red Dead 2, I would say GTA 5 is probably the safest pick to play just because it's the most modern.
yeah,
GTA 4 is for me the best story, and then GTA San Andreas or Vice City, which you can pick up and play, are just
yeah.
fun nostalgic ones to go back to. Which you can get that whole collection for like $30, I think sometimes.
Oh
So,
no, that's not bad at all.
yeah, so I definitely recommend any of the three. They're so different in terms of like time frame
Yeah,
that it's more up to your taste and what you're trying to play. So story GTA 4, gameplay GTA 5, and then obviously if you want to get some nostalgic stuff, go back to the OG ones. So, but yeah,
I
man,
think I have a very like skewed opinion of it just because I I do like have a memory of one of my friends. I was over at a friend's house and they were playing it. I don't remember which one it was. I want
yeah,
to say it was like Vice City or something like that. But like, um, I remember somebody playing it and they literally just like mowing dudes over with their car and just shooting random people. And I remember just being like, okay, like, I mean,
there's more
that's
to it.
all. Like, yeah, I'm like I didn't
Yeah,
realize that there was so much more to it. So yeah. Anyways, this should be a really really fun topic for today's show
it
considering
will be.
I haven't
And
played it.
before we get to the main topic, a lot of stuff dropped kind of right before we started filming. It
Yeah,
seems like Xbox and PlayStation are having the hold my beer competition, um,
yeah,
because there's just a ton. So obviously this is a PlayStation podcast. We don't talk too much about Xbox here, but sometimes we have to. And I think this is one of the things that we need to discuss because it's like Xbox rumors came out on this and PlayStation came out on this,
yeah,
and then we are, yeah. So as of right now, the Blade game is most likely getting canceled, which is great. Love that. And Xbox is going to basically press the restart button and lay off a ton of people.
Yeah.
I think this is the worst thing ever. I'm happy that they're allowing the studios to at least see if they can be bought or spun off somewhere else. But this is terrible news. The fact that Blade was supposed to come out next year is even more terrible news because it's like the
God, it's so
game's almost
close.
done. The game's
Yeah.
almost done. So I do hope that in some way, shape, or form that game is saved. I will tell you right now, I would not be shook if PlayStation were to buy it, or maybe save Arcane or do something because they did have Deathloop, which was an exclusive at first, and that is an Arcane game. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of unknowingly things here, but just to kind of get your quick thoughts on that, and then I'll go through the next, because the next news topics,
Yeah.
because this is just the start of it.
So my quick thoughts on the whole Xbox thing was that the Xbox Games Showcase, or whatever it was called, was not for the fans. They were not showcasing anything for the fans. They were showcasing their games for potential buyers, it seems like, because that is what it is looking like to me so far. In regards to Blade, that is super upsetting because I feel like, as a Marvel gaming fan in particular, I have just heard nothing but bad news about Marvel games. So there was the canceled Black Panther game, which I was so excited for. And then we have 1943 Rise of Hydra, which is just kind of up in the air at this point. And now we have Blade potentially getting canceled. So it seems like, outside of Insomniac, nobody is allowed to really complete a Marvel game, which is just super disappointed to me because I love Insomniac, but they have their definitive style, and I would love to see other studios take on characters that I love. So that's pretty upsetting to hear. I just don't know. Like,
so
I don't even know if I would like be excited if I'd be kind of excited that PlayStation is buying, like, if they bought Arcane or whatever and tried to save the studio in the game. I'd be happy for those people or whatever it may be, but I'm like, at the same time, like, PlayStation also has their own issues and shouldn't really be in the acquisition game right now, because they need to figure out their own crap and how they're going to adjust to, the future, what the industry is going to look like in the future. So I feel like buying something like Arcane and trying to help get that Blade game going is more of just like a short-term gain. I don't necessarily think that saves that studio for the long term. So it just seems like a quick way to make a quick buck, considering Xbox has already poured out the money for most of the game. I just don't think that makes a lot of sense. So I sadly think that game will probably never see the light of day, as a vampire should.
Man. Yeah, man. I mean, Blade just can't get it. It's like the Mahershala Ali curse, dude. Just nothing ever. He screwed the whole property. It's like, what did Wesley Snipes say in Deadpool and Wolverine? There's only going to be one Blade. There's ever only going to be one Blade. And I'm starting to get to that point.
Just need to cast Wesley Snipes for every Blade.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Even when he keeps his eyes closed, and they have to digitally CGI that. Anyways, up next, this was the news you woke me up to. PlayStation is getting rid of discs. Starting January 2028. I think I would not be shook if God of War Laffy did not get a disc. If I'm being completely honest with you, I think we're going in this direction now. I think this is something we've kind of sadly seen. So to ask you this is really depressing in my opinion.
Yeah.
That Wolverine will most likely be the final big disc PlayStation game. And maybe
it's the guaranteed one. It's the one that's guaranteed to get a disc.
But it makes me sad because now I'm like, man, I probably won't get to own every Naughty Dog game on physical.
Isn't that weird?
Like, just something like that. Yeah, it's so sad to me.
It's
what are you feeling to this? I think this is really sad, but also to ask you the other question. Is this it? Because it's not just, like, the way I'm taking this isn't just PlayStation. This is saying PlayStation will no longer be taking discs at all.
Yeah.
So, like, no other studio, like, EA or Ubisoft can't just say, hey, we're going to make an Assassin's Creed and put it on a disc.
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think there's no disc drive on the PS6. If there is, it'll be just for Blu-rays. But that's my other question to you. Is this also going to go into movies? Because I absolutely think so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's such a weird feeling, honestly. Like, it's not as devastating as I thought it would be in the sense that, like, I've already kind of been preparing for this. It's like if you know somebody's about to pass away, it kind of lessens the blow when it actually happens. And that's just kind of like how I feel about physical media in general. Like, I'm trying so hard to desperately hold on to this physical media, and I genuinely thought that we were going to get another generation of like the PS6 having a disc drive and getting physical media. So I think like it happening so soon is kind of shocking to me. You know, you and I are both physical media collectors, but we've also discussed that there are times definitely where I'm not one of those people that like every game I own has to be a physical copy. Like
So
there are
going to
times
that
where
point.
like PlayStation Store, it's got 50% discount. I'm like, sure, I'll grab it. Like I'm not worried about it. But then there's games that I absolutely love and I know that I'm going to want to play forever, and I want to have that physical copy. And
Yeah,
there's been
same.
times where I've bought a game digitally and I love it so much that I still go out and buy it
Same.
physically afterwards, just so I can have it
Sometimes
on
I
the
do the
shelf.
reverse. Sometimes if I buy it physically and I see it's cheaper digitally, I'll just buy it
Yeah,
digitally later down the road, just so I can always put it on in
yeah.
any room. It doesn't matter. So
It's
yeah,
super
man.
concerning, dude. Like I think about like
Yeah,
what the future is, because now we're kind of getting trapped into PlayStation's own ecosystem in a sense. Like
yeah,
there are no other options to buy your PlayStation games other than through the PlayStation Store, which
yep,
now we're going to lose that competition between retailers, because
yep,
I guarantee if I go walk into a Target or a Best Buy, I'm going to be able to
yep.
find a game that I want cheaper there. There's probably a few games there that are going to be cheaper there than on the PlayStation Store. In fact, I actually saw a video today. I think it's like Maddie Plays or something like that, where
Oh, I
he
love
broke
Maddie.
down.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so he broke down PlayStation games, like PlayStation Studio games that are on the PlayStation Store, and then went on Amazon and found those games 50% cheaper than the PlayStation Store. And you no longer have that option as a consumer. Whatever
yep.
the PlayStation Store has it for, that's what the price is going to be, and we're going to see a lot less discounts. It's not like PC. People
Yeah,
keep comparing it to PC. PC has multiple different avenues that you can purchase your games. If you go to the Epic Game Store or go
yep,
to Steam or whatever, we don't have that option anymore. It's just taken from us.
yeah. So I do want to add a positive spin to this. There's two
Okay.
positive spins to this that I'm liking right now. So one thing is, this is not from Xbox. This is a rumor right now. This is that Xbox is testing to allow physical copy, because Xbox. Let's be honest, Project Helix is not going to have this drive.
No.
There's not. Their disc this year didn't even have the full copy of the game on it. It was
Yeah.
like, I think, 5 GB of that. So
Oof.
they're currently testing right now to allow you to put in a disc and it becomes a digital copy. And you can't trade it or anything. You can't share it. It just
Yeah.
that's it. I like that.
Yeah.
If that allows me to move over, and if PlayStation does the same, I'll be okay with this a little bit.
Yeah.
Still sad overall, but I'll
It
be a little
lessens
bit
the
more
blow.
fine tuned, and I'll feel a little bit more passionate about what it is. But I'll tell you right now, like I don't really care to buy Wolverine physically.
Really.
And if I do, it's more to buy it to keep it sealed, because it's
Yeah.
like a collector's item at that point, which is like terrible to view it as. But the other
I
thing
don't
I
think
want
so.
to throw towards this is, if PlayStation is really going this route, because I think the rumor has been, is that Project Helix is not just Microsoft Store, it's Steam, it's open. At
Sure,
least
yeah.
as if it was before Asha came on. Maybe
Yeah.
it's changed, maybe it hasn't. If these two are to succeed, they have to do one or two of the things for this. One, they either need to allow you to use Steam, GOG, whatever, to buy these other codes.
Yeah.
You just have to. Because then at that point, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably just going to switch to PC gaming and buy most of my games on PC unless they're an exclusive.
That's the tough part, though.
Yeah.
That's why they're going
Mhm.
away from PC gaming.
Yeah.
Like all games moving forward are going to be exclusive to PlayStation, which it don't make
Exactly.
sense now.
So the second item is, and I would love to see them do this, because Steam does amazing deals.
Yeah,
PlayStation's got to do the same. Xbox
they have to.
has to do the same. You can't compete in that market, because it's going to come down to, okay, well, sure, I want to play Spider-Man 3, right? But like, my friend, who is one of the biggest Spider-Man fans I've ever met, he does not have a PlayStation. He doesn't,
Mhm.
and he told
Yeah.
me, I will not buy a console for an exclusive. I'll just watch
Really?
it through YouTube. Yeah, he straight up told me,
Wow.
I'll just watch it through YouTube for the
I
story.
respect it.
So he's like, I don't have the money. I'd rather own a PC where I can play Xbox games, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's going to definitely be different. Interesting to see where this goes. Any final thoughts on this before we move on to the last quick news topic, which I'll kind of just mention?
I think that you kind of briefly touched on it, but the idea of one of the most concerning things to me is the fact that if they decide to go, which they're going to go digital only on the PS6, if they decide not to implement some sort of attachment disk drive, which honestly I could see happening because that's just more money for them. Um, I do find that worry that I'm not going to be able to play any of my older games on the
Yep.
PS6. That's like
No
one of
backwards
like honestly
compatibility, man.
Marvel's Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales or like Spider-Man PS4, like those games are so important to me, and I'm like, oh, I have no choice but to keep my older consoles to play those games. So
Yep.
that concerns me because as someone who has built up not all but most of my like games library physically, it's literally like I have no choice but to keep this console. There is no trading in my PS5 to get a PS6. Like at this point, it's
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
do it.
No, you're
Can't
right.
risk
You're
it.
right. It's like, and that's what sucks because when COVID was a thing, I bought every console so I could play like anything. It was a bad financial decision, if I'm being honest, but it's the only reason I own a PS3
It's
because
turning
there's
out to
so many games
possibly be a
dropped on there.
great investment.
Maybe, man, maybe. But the last bit of news I want to talk about is this is kind of just coming out. The RAM storage lawsuit. Did you see this?
I think I did. Go ahead and go over it though.
It's
I'm pretty sure.
basically all the main people who supply
Oh
RAM
yes,
storage are being lawsuited because stuff has come out that they have all been correlating on making the prices higher.
sure, yeah.
I hope to God this actually happens and this all comes through because if it does, I think this is where prices are going to start dropping again because they're going to have to drop the prices.
Bro, they need to
RAM
get
storage
called
is where
out.
all this is happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to put
So
it into like this corruption because like these like $1 billion companies are completely screwing people over. And here's another thing. Like I was thinking about this too with games journalism. There used to be more of gaming journalists would kind of be for the player's voice in a way. And I feel like nowadays they're kind of the mediator between like game dev and then like $1 billion company who hires game devs. And I feel like the player voice is being slowly like pushed to the side. Now, not always, but like do you remember that time when Xbox One was coming out and Jeff Keighley was interviewing someone from Xbox One
mhm.
and there was a whole stink about the Xbox One being digital only and Jeff was asking him about it, and he was just like, "Well, I would tell those people that if they want an offline device that we have a console for that, it's called the Xbox 360." And Jeff kind of like pressed him on that, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I respect that because he's like, so you want people, your best advice is just to tell people to stick to Xbox 360 and not get an Xbox One. Um, I want to see more pressure from gaming journalists to hold these $1 billion companies accountable and be kind of like our voice in a way, if that makes sense. Um, and there just needs to be like I think more investigative journalists in general, like people, you know, seeking out and trying to figure out where this corruption lies. And like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm like, if this is true about what you're saying about these companies kind of conspiring to make these prices go up, that's huge, man. That's huge. It's affecting everything, not just gaming. Like it's and pretty much anything that's taking like memory.
Yeah, I mean it's wild, dude. I was looking at how much SD cards are or SSD hard drives are, and I'm like, wow, this stuff is stupid expensive.
Yeah,
So
and we
it's
didn't even
crazy to
talk
me,
about
man.
Xbox going up on price. I don't think we did that last time we had
No,
an
no, we
episode.
didn't, and they went up in price too. I mean, everything's going up, man. It's all crazy for me. So let's jump into the main topic, man. GTA 6, dude. Here we are. It's been announced. The cover art's here. It looks beautiful. There's a lot of stuff we've already kind of mentioned. Is that no online at start, which is interesting for me, but we'll see where that goes. And
Yeah.
we've already kind of given our little bit of predictions for that. But to really dive into this, I want to say is that I think GTA and Rockstar itself is very much a trendsetter for things. And I think this is where we're seeing it now with the game stuff. So the first thing that came out is GTA 6 will not have a physical copy. It will
Hmm.
be a code in a box. And I think I personally this PlayStation maneuver I don't think was, hey, let's plan this out. No. I think it was one, knew it was probably gonna get leaked out.
Yeah.
Two, I think the second they knew GTA was not doing a disc in a box, they started discussing this. Because they're a trendsetter. They're a trendsetter.
Yeah.
We're going to start seeing these $80 games too, because that's what GTA now priced itself as. Same thing with Mario Kart World. They were technically the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
So for you, how do you feel? Like, I know we've talked about the no physical disc, but I'm a little disappointed that GTA is not doing one because I love their cover arts. It sucks I will not be able to own that. I love having the maps. You know, I don't know if Red Dead had a map, but the maps inside. I just think this is really disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, what's the most interesting thing to me is the fact that they're going to give you literally a case that has a digital code in it.
Yeah.
Here's the only thing that I think that can make that least offensive to me is if these cases have more sort of collectible items that you're not going to be able to get just by purchasing the game digitally. So if you're going to give me a box with a code in it, like you said, bring back the map. Bring back actual manuals that matter and have good details in it, or like, you know, some sort of concept art from the game, something that I as a collector can get excited about and not feel like I'm just getting a useless plastic box, in my opinion. So if you could put some sort of other collectible items in these cases, it would make it a little bit least offensive than just getting a little paper with a code on it.
Why even do that? I'm sorry. Just
I mean, like, if you're trying to cut costs, like, just get rid of the box altogether, you know? So that's what I would have to say about that in general. Like, give me some sort of collectible item, the map, give a poster, like something that's unique to that case and makes it have some sort of collectible value, I guess. I don't know, man. I mean, like, you're the one who's probably far more excited for GTA 6 than I am. Like,
very excited. It's my most anticipated game, man.
So that news comes out, like, what it like it's so tough because they get you, like, and all these studios and everything has gotten so much better about this with like the bait and switch, where it's like, oh, we're gonna get you hyped for this. Oh, the next day here comes the bad news. So like you're hearing, oh, GTA 6 has, you know, it has this release date confirmed, and then now we have like new images, blah blah, pre-orders go up, and you're excited for that, but like, does that excitement mask the stench of no physical copy for you?
I think if this was like 3 years ago, where physical media wasn't like super dying in the video game industry, I probably would have been more sad. But I kind of just read it and I was like, well, that's disappointing. But I'm still gonna buy it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I was hoping for a collector's edition.
Yeah.
And there's not, because I was gonna buy the digital version and the collector's edition.
Yeah.
And then probably, like, if there was a digital code in there, just give it to one of my friends and just have them pay me for the difference. But it's just weird. It's just weird that, like, this is the biggest game of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time, probably. And nothing. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to buy the premium edition. I didn't pre-order it. Because I'm hoping that we're going to get a review copy. You know, that's my manifestation. But
we're going to make it.
We're going to make it happen. I'm going to figure it out, dude. They make so much money. Come on. Rockstar, listen to me. You're watching this. If you send 2 codes for us, I will give away 4 codes. So that means I will buy 4 more copies. But you have to send it earlier. Not like 2 days before. Not a week before.
I know, dude.
A good, like, 2-3 weeks.
Every code that I've ever gotten has like been the day before, and half that day is spent downloading the game.
I remember.
So, like, great, can't wait to review this.
I got Star Wars Outlaws, and it was like, hey, comes out in 2 days. Have fun. Embargoes this day. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to beat this damn game.
No.
And I somehow figured out how to beat it. But I really like the game. Yes.
And so you beat it before, because I also got that game early, and I did not beat it before like this bug happened or something where they had to basically you had to delete your completed progress. Yeah, dude.
No, I beat it before that. Yes. I would have been so mad if that happened.
I ended up not going back after those 2 days of playing it for like 10 hours. I was like,
I actually really like that game. That's me on the side though.
No, it is fun.
Yeah, but GTA 6, man, I mean, there's just a lot of weird things for this. I want to see gameplay. I want to see gameplay. I'm gonna buy it no matter what.
Yeah, but what is the deal with that?
But also, I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't need to market this game anymore. They don't need to market it. They don't have to show anything. And kind of enough, I hope they don't. I hope we get one more trailer, and that's it.
What do you think is the reason, though, that there hasn't been gameplay? That seems like a gimme when it comes to, like, announcing a pre-order date.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a trailer that day. There wasn't. I think they just know. I just think they know they don't need to market it that much.
They got such a big head. Deservedly so. Like, it's just crazy. Like, they just are like, do you know who we are? Like, that's just kind of like the attitude that they have going into this.
But I will tell you, the next state of play, I think, is where we'll act. If we don't get a trailer by the end of this week, as of the time of recording this, or by next week, I think next state of play, we get a 5-10 minute preview of the game. Because,
so that probably won't be till, like, October.
Yeah. And that'll be their final marketing push.
Yeah.
Because it's being marketed heavily on PlayStation. I love that when I turned on my PlayStation, it came up with the Giant 6, and I was like, oh,
it's got purple all over your screen.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, for you, how do you feel about the pricing? Because I think this has been also a big debate, too, because the normal edition is $80, but the special edition has shops that you will not be able to go into unless you pay for it. Yeah. Which, now I feel like I have to pay for it, and I'm going to. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the price doesn't really bother me at all, which may be a controversial take, but
I just know I'm getting a lot in this game.
I don't get it, because every year, like, Madden releases a $120 version of the same game every single year, and people just eat it up every single year, with no complaints. I mean, there are people that complain, obviously, but, like, in my opinion, in an ideal world, if studios and these big corporations were just, like, did the right thing, I would love to see a world where we got away from, like, every game being a standard $70, because in my opinion, I feel like there are games that are more valuable and worth more than $70, and then I feel like there are games that are less. A studio that's self-aware, like Expedition 33, I think their game was like $50.
It was $50,
which to me, man, that was way worth more than $50.
That game was worth $7.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like, we're kind of indie, or we're smaller. Like, not every game is equal. So I don't think every game should cost the same, if that makes sense. I know that's a hot take, but it is what it is. I feel like some games need to be less than 70, and I feel like it's okay if some games, like a GTA 6, is a little bit more than 70 because of the value that you're getting out of the game. Like, to me,
I think you're completely right, man.
Yeah.
I think you're completely right.
I like, if I can go back in time and I know what I know now about, like, Marvel Spider-Man PS4, and they're like, hey, this game's $150, I would pay the $150. I don't care. Y'all can roast me in the comments. I love that game that much. That's that's what I value it at. So
I think 150 is a bit too much for that game.
But, like, if I knew what I knew now about, like, Star Wars Outlaws, I'd be like, I'd pay $50 for that. Which now it's like $10 at Target,
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel about game. I feel like not all games are created equally and should have the same price. And when you have a game that you've put possibly $1 billion into, I'm okay with you charging an extra $10.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the one thing that disappoints me the most is the industry's going to look at this and be like, looks like I can make Call of Duty $80, and it's like, no, don't, because
that's the thing.
I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to pay $80 for your Call of Duty game. Like, people don't have the money. Now, it is funny, if you adjust for inflation, this is actually the cheapest GTA game. All the other GTA games are like 86, 90, 95.
That's crazy.
So it is interesting if you look at that, but yeah, no, man. I mean, I agree with you. I think that is a whole thing. Is that, like, I think we should look at the pricing thing, because, like, Claire Expedition, $50, easy buy for me.
Yeah.
But, like, same thing as, like, I'm trying to think of, like, a different. I guess, like, Call of Duty is a bad example. If Call of Duty was $80, you do get a lot for $80. If I'm being honest with you, like, you get endless multiplayer, campaign, basically. Like, there is a lot there. But I think when we look at games like, and this is a bad example because I really like the game, but First Light. I think First Light should have been a $60 game, in my opinion. And I love the game.
Yeah.
I love the game. I'm happy that I'm fine paying the $70.
Yeah.
But
it's a shorter game.
$60 game. Exactly. So it's like, Soros should have been a $40 game. I'm going to tell you right now, that game would have succeeded a lot more.
I'm sure.
For that. So it's just interesting to me in like all these different ways, like on how games are structured. And I'm not saying it needs to be like, well, how long is the game or things like that. It should just be like, what am I getting for playing this? You know?
Exactly.
So time will tell, man. GTA 6. Oh, man. It is. I can't believe it's here. So, with your final thoughts for this before we get to our viewer questions, I want to ask you, what do you feel is your what are you most excited for with GTA 6 then to kind of like put this in there? Because now, it's here. It's coming and we're leading towards it.
I think I'm most excited for is the fact that I've never played one of these games and people are hyping it up as to be like one of the greatest games, biggest games of all time. So like, I'm not gonna lie, I have super high expectations for this game, but I'm just ready for it to get here because this anticipation has been going on for so long, and I want to see the reaction by all of these people who are looking forward to this game. Because if for whatever reason, let's say the story sucks, I don't think it will, but let's just say it sucks, it's going to be the biggest talked about thing forever. So I hope it's a great game though.
To leave this with it, I am actually I'm so excited for this game. I'm actually very nervous for the game at the same point.
I'm sure, dude.
Because the thing I am most excited about is the story. And it's not because, like I mentioned, GTA 5 story was fine to me, but I saw what Rockstar could do with Red Dead 2 story. And I want that same thing in GTA. And the fact that you have this like Bonnie and Clyde type story here, there's going to be a romance.
That does sound fun.
I'm a sucker for romances. That excites me. I want to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I already love these characters. We've barely even heard them talk. And I want to know more about them. But this is the first Rockstar game without a lot of the original creatives. Without the original creators from Red Dead 2, GTA 5, so on and so forth. And when we see games like this, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out for the better, but a lot of the time, like if I look at Mass Effect, BioWare is not the same BioWare it was when Mass Effect 3 released. It is not the same BioWare that Knights of the Old Republic released. And so when Mass Effect Andromeda comes out, it's very different. It's not really the same. Dragon Age Veilguard comes out, which is a game I actually really liked. Not the same as the other Dragon Age games. So it's definitely going to be interesting, but I think the story is definitely the thing I'm most excited about. I want to see the gameplay run. The last thing I mentioned is that also this will not be at 60 frames per second, not even on the PS5 Pro. That did come out from Digital Foundry, which is very interesting to me, but Rockstar's never been one to really care about the frame rate stuff. So I'm curious to see how locked that 30 frames per second is per se. And if they're running for 4K or what's the purpose of this. But apparently it runs best on PlayStation. So
I just would imagine it's such a massive game that requires so much in terms of fidelity that it's probably hard to match that 60 FPS with the fidelity that you're getting.
It's a lot, man. I can't even imagine what they're processing. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this game was fine last year, but they've just been bug fixing the hell out of this game.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
So, yeah. All right. Moving on to our viewer questions. We got two. One, it was funny. It was posted actually yesterday, and then all this news came out. But he says, does Rockstar deciding to go discless signal the end of true physical media in the video game industry? I'm going to say yes. I think this is it.
Really?
Yeah, man. I think, honestly, I think Nintendo's out too, if I'm being honest with you. I think they're going to announce next. Which kills me. But I definitely think Nintendo may stay a little bit later in the game, but I think they're out too. I think Xbox is out.
Xbox had a hell of an opportunity to today to be able to be like, hey, Helix is gonna have a disc drive.
Dude,
I mean, like,
dude,
could you imagine? That would have been honestly God, it sucks. I have always tried to like play the positive guy, and I feel like the past 2 episodes I've been like super negative on things. But I don't know if you've seen like PlayStation's tweet about the whole thing, but they have gotten so badly ratioed. I mean, the amount of replies and quote tweets on that is just unbelievable. I don't know if it I hope that there is a world where even if it's a very niche group that they're, and this was always been my hope, was that like maybe they don't go all in on physical anymore, but there is still that like niche group of collectors. In the same way that like vinyl records kind of made a comeback.
Yeah,
I
it'll
always
always
hope.
come back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think this will always come back around, just like as you mentioned,
yeah.
vinyls.
I think it's the unfortunate thing is I think if it does end up coming back in the future, it is going to be very niche, and I think it's going to be more high market in terms of like dollars
Yeah.
spent, and I can kind of see it almost like where's the criterion of gaming? Like, those
That's a
hardcore
limited
collect.
run games,
Yeah.
man. Limited run games, but
Yeah.
they don't get enough big games. I mean, it's a lot of smaller stuff most of the
Yeah.
time. So I don't know. Yeah, it's sad. I think this is a really depressing episode.
Dude, everything we love is getting taken away from us. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I looked at my physical media collection today and I said, man, I should just go trade all this in.
Dude, that's happened to me so many times, but like
Yeah,
I traded
I really
in a
thought
lot of
about
my
it today.
movies.
I really thought about it today with the PS5 games I have. I'm like, should I just go trade these in, buy a gift card, and then just buy them all digitally? You know what I mean? But I really am holding out that they're gonna either do massive deals or do the Steam thing, because you have to compete. You have to compete, and if you aren't, then I'm sorry, you're gonna lose sight of that. Really
Who do you
quick.
think wins the most out of like this? Do you think PC gaming does?
I want to say yes, but then at the same time, no, because it's so expensive to build a PC right now. The Steam
That's
machine is
true.
ridiculously priced. I wanted
That's
a Steam
insane.
machine for my wife. I wanted
Yeah.
her to have it so she could play PC games with me, but I'm not spending $1,000 on that.
It's insane.
I'm just not. Like, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous to me. There's a lot of things about this. I want to see where PlayStation goes. I think we're in the doom and gloom. I do not think this is it. I think with the layoffs next week for Xbox, that's going to be huge. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, it's just like the past 2 weeks have been apocalyptic. Like,
Yeah, and the reason being fiscal year ended July, or started the last day of June. So
yeah.
all these companies make big shifts and changes during this time frame for stock purposes, for budgeting purposes, for finance purposes. So like, I get it. Damn, I thought the movie industry was depressing, but shit, this might even be worse if I'm being honest.
Oh, it is.
So
It feels
yeah.
dark. It feels like I can't really enjoy anything because I just like, I don't know. It's just also feels sad. Like there's these games coming out. I'm like so excited for them, but I'm like, but then these developers like they're gonna make this awesome thing and get fired. Like
Yeah, and I want to say this might be my fault. So anytime I get into something, it just seems like it like gets ruined. So like I don't buy sports jerseys anymore because the second I do, something happens to that person. They retire, they get injured,
tear
something.
Achilles.
Yeah, man. And then like same thing when I get into like something collecting. So like Pokemon cards, got back into it. Boom,
Yeah.
everyone's fucking collecting.
Yes,
Pokemon.
dude.
And then like right now I'm back into collecting comic book sleeves because I want something for my son to have that I can start collecting for him now. Now's the cool thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like I just want to buy cool covers, man. I don't care about the
Collecting
prices.
is hard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's difficult, man. So
It's tough being a collector.
we'll move on to the next question. Given that Xbox is on the way out, which they're still fighting, does the console release of GTA 6 give PlayStation a huge power move? Not after this.
No.
No. I think this question was asked a couple of days ago, so I will give credit to that. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Xbox, if they can figure out that disc thing, and I will say this, if that means backwards compatibility, I can go back and pick up Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the 360, put it in, and it gives me a digital copy. Game changing. Game changing. And PlayStation will have to do this. They will just have to, or they have to find some way to compete. Because I don't believe an ecosystem is what's going to keep me on PlayStation. I will always have a PlayStation. That's the truth. I really will probably, just because I really do like their exclusives.
Yeah.
But there is going to come a time and day where, so like, I feel spoiled saying this because I don't like telling you, but I'll admit it to our fans and stuff like this. I have 3 PlayStations in my house. Why? Because I refused to get rid of my Spider-Man one, but I wanted the Pro, and then my wife didn't really want the Spider-Man one, and I had a huge gift card, and I traded a bunch of shit, and I bought her a PS5. Guess what? I'm not buying her a PS6. I'm not gonna buy that
Yeah.
PS6. I'm gonna buy one, and it's gonna be for me, and that's it.
And
And
it'll
I'm
be
gonna sell my Pro
$1,000.
probably. Yeah. I'm gonna sell my Pro. Maybe I'll finally just let her. I'll make her use the Spider-Man one and sell hers. But I would rather just buy her a PC. I'd rather just buy her a PC at that
Yeah.
point. Because or a Steam machine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like, at least then, and this is the one benefit of the Steam machine. I know it's cheaper priced, like in terms of games.
Yeah.
So,
It's tough. Like I am a little bit into PC gaming because I got a PC last year, and it was like pre-built, but it honestly has run everything that I love on at least medium and sometimes
as
like
long as
high
you don't
settings.
want some OLED.
Yeah. I'm good.
RTX, yeah.
I played Marvel Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok, like really good. Like it looks really good. Um, and also like as someone who's a creator, like to me there's like more uses out of it than just gaming. Like I edit my
Exactly.
videos
Yep.
and like I can go on the internet if I need to or do whatever I need to do at a really, really high rate and good, it's just got good functionality out of it. And I think like when it comes to PlayStation, it's just so tough because now honestly, if they did not announce that they're removing games from, or not removing, but not going to make games for PC anymore, and the PlayStation 6 came out and it's like $1,000, I would not be purchasing it. I'd be like, okay, I'll wait the year or two for the game to come to PC.
Hopefully. Yeah.
But that's
Hopefully.
not an option anymore. So I don't know. Like dude, I'm just the whole theme of this episode for me is just like I'm just sad. I'm just a sad guy right now because like I told you on the last episode, I'm a very nostalgic person. And it bums me out when like I see all these things that like I grew up with and have unfortunately become attached to just starting to die out. And my hope is that the younger generation is the ones that bring it back. I hope that these kids who grew up without this stuff look back on it and are like, wait a minute, that's cool. I hope that gaming and movies have a resurgent like vinyl records have, and they're like, this is cool to have this thing and I own it and it's mine. I see kids now collecting CDs. Like that's cool to me that younger kids are doing that because they didn't grow up with it, so it's new to them and they find something cool about that. So I hope that at some point in time we make a turnaround, and then I'll be sitting on all this awesome stuff, filthy rich, because nobody else has it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to my office. And I'm like, man, I should just sell everything. I should just sell.
I can't tell you how many times I've had that conversation. I'm like, this stuff's gonna be worthless by next month. Like, just might as well
I've
get
done
rid
it.
of it.
I mean, when I was super into Funko Pops, I think at one point I had like 600.
Oh yeah, I sold all of mine.
Dude, I had some real rare ones. I still have some. I have, I think, like maybe 80, which is funny. Like most of them are PlayStation icon ones or Naruto ones, and then a couple
cool.
Toy Story ones. But yeah, man, I sold all those, and then immediately was like, I'm gonna use this money to go buy Hot Toys.
And that's a new
That's
addiction.
what I did. It was. Those are so expensive, man.
Dude,
And
they
then
are,
the
dude.
whole tariff fees killed me on that, so I like ended up. And then the guy that you bought that one from ended up retiring, so he doesn't even do it anymore. I'm like,
No,
oh my god.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Shout out
gave me a great deal.
to Johnny. Yeah, shout out to Johnny. Yeah, it was just becoming too much, and
I'm
he
sure.
was just like, yeah, I'd rather just not do anything. I was like, I don't blame you. He would do the shows, like go to a Comic-Con. He was like,
Yeah.
nah, this is too much.
It's a lot.
So, anyways, we're getting off topic, man. Let's just end this episode. This is our RIP, rest in peace, to physical media for PlayStation. I hope by the next time we come back, there's some more words on what's happening. But what do you got coming up, man? Anything fun on your channel, at least?
Just still doing the Wolverine thing and doing a lot of Instagram and TikTok stuff. Just having fun, really. I do a lot of silly things nowadays on those platforms. So if people want to check me out there, you, my friend, are on a grind. Like I honestly get motivated by the content that you put out, especially on the short form. Not kidding. Like genuinely, I feel like every time I log on to Instagram, it's like, oh, Zach Pope just posted a new reel. It's got like 1 million likes on it. And I'm like, shoot, I got to do something.
Dude, it's tough. I appreciate that, man. It's definitely tough.
It's cool.
It's like having to change mindset. Like, man, what am I gonna make a video on? Like, I made a video on some shark movie. It's like 7 million views. I'm like,
You just gotta. Sometimes
Why?
you just gotta press that record button, like, and just.
Yeah, and that's how it used to be, and I'm kind of trying to get back to that motivational thing. So it's the same thing like for our channel too. It's like, okay, what else can I cover? And it's like, oh, depression. That's what I cover. Straight depression over here, man. Oh man, it's so tough because the industry is just ebb and flow. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll get excited when I play, a new game, and I'm like, okay, I like video games.
We're back.
Again, but
yeah,
it's definitely depressing. But you guys can find us over here on Beyond the Play. We do have a James Bond review coming out. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I hated how mine came out, so I deleted it. So I want to read.
No.
Yeah, I didn't like how that video came out at all. I midway edited it, and I said, nah, I'm good, and I deleted it. Didn't even want to look at it. But so we'll come back. We'll have that. We'll have another podcast. You guys make sure to follow, comment, subscribe wherever you guys are at. Spotify, Apple, here, Amazon, wherever we're at. We're on every platform. So thank you guys again. And of course, until next time, keep playing games, even if it's depressing.